But if you know, remove a couple letters, you got yourself a slick ick. I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Yo, what is going on, fellow shenaniganders? I'm starting off this episode in the car on the way to SHQE powder coating. I got my parts in the back. It's not SHQUE, which I said in the last video, but yeah, that's the name of the business. That's where Kevin and I have been dozens of times for powder coating pinball parts. The guy Sam that runs it is great. He is very particular. If he doesn't, if there's a little blemish somewhere, he'll redo it to make sure it's to his standards. The price is very fair and the turnover is very fast. So I am bringing in my parts. I already got one comment. I knew that hot pink wasn't going to be a hit with everybody, and you know, that's just what I expected. You know, I'd say 30% of people will love it, 30% will hate it, and 40% won't really give a shit. So I am going to go with the hot pink, and I think it's going to look awesome. So on my way to the powder coating place. All right, one last look at the metal parts here before they go hot pink. This is the place. SHQE Manufacturing and Powder Coating. So many cool colors to pick from. Might go that. That's pretty freaking cool though. And even that. Okay, I ended up picking the color that was in the middle. There was the hot pink on the top row, the one in the middle, and one on the bottom. The one in the middle was called Candy Raspberry, and I think it's gonna look awesome. Okay, yesterday I dropped off the powder coating, and last night I went to Forked River for the pinball tournament. Congrats to Dutch, who got me in the final game of Jaws. He had a very good game. I was coming back. I had a multi-ball, and I had a simultaneous event. Both balls drained at the same time. And Dutch ended up winning. I got second. Greg Benzie got third, and Sebastian took fourth. So, while I was at Forked River, John Trest was there and donated me this pretty sweet box full of Slick Chick pop bumper caps. So that'll look pretty slick on the pop bumper wall. And also these two tokens that he got, I'm not even sure where, but he gave them to me for my token collection. Zeddy's Fun World. Can you see that? It's kind of hard. There we go. What is that photo of, or picture? I can't really make that out. Anyway, if you know anything about Zeddy's Fun World, is that from Ontario, or where's Zeddy's? But thanks, John, for donating these. I will add them to my little token collection. I've got a bunch of different ones here, just from miscellaneous pinball machines that I've found them in over the years. I've got my Safe Cracker coins as well. I think those came from Wally 16. Thanks, brother. And yeah, so those go there. The Slick Chick pop caps will go up here somewhere. Maybe I could go Slick on this side and Chick on that side. I think I will do that. Actually, you know what? I can't, because both words share the C. So I have to kind of do them in an X formation if possible. But also, I got to thank John, because he picked these up for me just across the border. Saved me some shipping costs, saved me some taxes and fees. They didn't even ask him a single question at the border. So rare. Usually they're like, what was the purpose of your visit? What did you do? How much did you spend? Are you carrying any guns? Are you carrying any alcohol, and any tobacco, any fruit, any meat? Like, they'll ask you all kinds of questions. John, they just said, have a nice day. That was it. Waved him on. So no fees. I had to pay nothing on this. Just, you know, for him to go across the border and back, there's a couple tolls, and then there's the post office postal outlet fee. So I bought him a beer, gave him a shooter rod, and we were both happy. But look what he brought me. My pink rubbers. Oh, yeah. I can really start to get moving on this playfield now. What else did Titan send me? A little flyer there. Oh, and my order. Another sticker. I have that one. Let's see. I think it cost me 38 bucks. Let's see here. Got a handwritten thank you from, is it Eric? Is that who does Titan? There's the total, 45 US. So we're talking like maybe, call it 65 bucks for the rubber kit. That's pretty freaking sweet. You know, if I had to ship it to my house directly, it would have probably been double by the time you add up the shipping and the taxes. So I'm going to start installing these immediately because I'm excited. It's not quite the hot pink of the post rubbers. That would have been extra cool, but you know what? I will take what I can get. Pink is pink. It matches this playfield pink pretty good. So I'm gonna get started on that right now. All right, this is exciting. I feel like, you know, a kid just after going out trick-or-treating, sorting all of my candies. So this is what I ordered. I did order like a couple extra pieces just in case there was any fitment issues. So if you want to order a rubber kit for Playboy, then you should be good with ordering this number of each rubber. But I'll let you know in the end, once I'm all said and done, what I have left over and what I'm missing, because I'm sure there will be a little bit of both. Okay, one thing to note when doing these Stern style lane guides, not all posts are created equal. Have a close look. You notice any difference? It takes a minute, but the gap here is thinner than this gap here. And I think the plastic is even a little bit smaller on the right hand side. So it actually uses two different size rubbers. You can see the inner diameter here is a little bit smaller than this guy here, and the outer diameter might even be a smidge larger on the left side too. So just keep that in mind when ordering rubbers. All these Stern style guides like this have two different size rubbers on them. Alright, I think I'm done for the most part. Go for a little tour, then I'm going to go for lunch. Here's the old rubbers. Here's what I have left over. Now I know I ordered a couple extra of these guys, I thought. Why do I have these and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of those? That's kind of weird because there's no use for any of those really. So I don't know what I did wrong there, but that's the extra pile. And let's have a look at what that all looks like. So there's the pink flipper rubbers. I think they match pretty damn good when it comes to the art on the playfield. Got your slingshot rubbers. I still have to adjust the slings. These posts here are a little bit bigger size than the extra ones that I have. If I find that the game's too easy, I can switch to the smaller versions of those. Got a couple rubbers there, a couple more here, and there's not a whole lot. This area is the most, you know, densely populated area of rubbers on the machine, all this lane guide stuff. In hindsight, I might have gone with clear rubbers for the lane guides, or I know I was thinking about going purple lane guides, but I never did. Maybe blue or even clear might have looked better in hindsight, but you know, pink and red don't exactly match very well, but it's fine. I'm good with it. I can live with that. Let's pan around here. Got another rubber here, and then a couple guys over here. But yeah, that's basically what it looks like. There's quite the glare from the back box because I have the trans light removed right now. But I think I got it all. I got the shooter tip ready to go for when I get my powder coating parts back. I'm going to go for lunch, like I said, and then I'm going to start populating this playfield because I can do quite a bit of that. I mean, I can only go so far because I'm missing my wire forms, but I can do the back corners, I can do some pop bumper area, I can do quite a bit before I run into the wire form zone. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I'm glad I had enough rubbers. Still don't know why I have 11 of these guys, but hey, I'd rather have too many than too little, so there you go. Okay, I am back from lunch, but I have discovered a little bit of a choke point here. It's ever so subtle, but it's enough to stop the ball. I mean, if the machine is pitched properly, I might not have that issue. But I do have one rubber a size smaller, so that should solve the problem. It's might be a bit of a tight fit, but it's kind of what I need to stretch that rubber a little thinner. So good thing I noticed that before reassembling everything. Okay, so I went from this size rubber to this size. I think this is 1 1/4 to 1 inch. I don't know if the size is printed on these rubbers. It probably is. Oh, I think I see something there. What does that say? I can't tell what that's. Titan. Okay. Is there a size? There we go. So hard to see, but there is a 1 there. And this should be 1 1/4. But wait, here we go, here we go. There it is. Okay, so it is printed on there. Good to know. And I have switched to the 1 inch rubber, and let's see if it actually works. I'm really zoomed in still. Oops. Yeah, we're good. There's just a little, divot right there where the switch opening is. That's just the way that that's routed in there. But so it wants to kind of fall backwards into the divot because my playfield is pretty much flat. But I've got at least a 32nd of space now. So no more choke point. That is good to go. Now for the fun stuff. Well, that was fun installing the pink rubber, but now I can start populating the playfield. See how far I can go before I get stuck and have to wait for powder coating. I feel like I should be able to put in a decent dent though. And that's my used ball section. I've got a lot of used balls. Like, what the F am I gonna do with these things? Some of them look pretty damn good too. Like, yeah, maybe not so much. It's shiny, but it's worn. Anyway, I'm gonna start populating the playfield, going from here to here. I think I should at least be able to do that without running into any troubles, and then start down here. Maybe by the time I get to here, things might get a little dicey, but we'll see how far I can get. All right, starting to put in a small dent into playfield reassembly here. I've got this row of parts and pieces back in. I've got the pop bumper caps back in. The next thing I'm going to do is this whole ramp and triangle mech. But before I do that, we'll do a little update. Actually, I can probably install that too. And so I've got slingshot plastics back on and the switch is adjusted. We've got this plastic installed, this whole mech plastic under there, and I got the pop bumper caps on. I'm hoping I don't have to remove them because there are some plastics to go in and around here, but you know, if I'm going in the order I removed things, then I should be okay. And oh yeah, this whole little area there is all done. A couple standoff posts. And then we've got this guy. And that's pretty much it. But it is starting to come together. So I'm going to keep plugging away and install this guy next. I'll have to give it a bit of a cleaning first. It's a little bit dusty in there. All in all, this game is pretty darn clean though. I'll dust off the top. And that... uh-oh. Do these wires feed down into this hole right there? Or no, they feed down here. That's where it goes. Okay. Is that right? Yeah, I think that is right. So I'll clean this thing up first and then install this guy or gal. All right, looks like I found where 6 of these post rubbers go. Well, it's optional, obviously, but I stuck them on the triangle mech. They're just like basically act as grommets. And I thought, hey, why not? I've got them. Might as well use them. And they look especially cool on the Playboy logo side. So there we go. All right, plucking away slowly but surely. I'd say that this area here is probably taking me close to an hour because it is complex. Oh, looks like I need to dust off that a little bit. Yeah, there's so many layers and wires and connectors, and you got this plastic, and then you got to put on this switch bracket, and then you got to put on the 2 posts, then you got to put on the plastic, then you got to put on this bracket, and then you have to work your gate in there, and then of course the whole ramp itself. So I've got it basically dry fit. I forget what goes here. That could be a loop for a wire form maybe, but I gave myself some notes. So I gotta remember there's 2 nuts and screws. No, yeah, 2 screws and a nut that still need to go on top. So there's the nut. I've got to put on a screw here and a screw there. I've got the wires fed. Oh, wait a minute. Is that where they want to be fed? Yeah. I got them in between. Like, maybe do they want to go on the outside? I'll have to double check my photo, but I was pretty sure my photo wanted them on the inside, but now I'm starting to wonder. Could get in the path of the ball. I'm gonna break something here at this rate. I'm tugging on these wires. So yeah, I'll just have to double check that. Do I want to wrap that around or underneath? But that's what I mean. There's just so many wires and places you can screw up. So I think I've got everything right. So I'm not going to put in this or this or this just yet. And also my notes say that there's 2 nuts underneath that go under the ramp flap. So I just dry fitting it in there. This footage is kind of all over the place right now. But yeah, just so I have still a little bit of wiggle room here for when I put in the wire form, which is gonna connect into those 2 holes down there. But yeah, there's 2 posts underneath here that secure the ramp from under the playfield. So I still got some hardware to go there, but I don't want to secure it all down and then not be able to fit in the wire form ramp. So dry fit it is. So this whole bracket here, I've come to realize, is looking like it is pretty much straight or solely for the centerfold mech. When it opens it up, this light will kind of catch the top half, this will catch the bottom half. So I'm gonna guess that that could be controlled lamps that will turn on once this opens, but we'll have to see if that is the case or not, or if it's just general illumination. It's a pretty heavy duty bracket and rig just for a couple spotlights, but that's pretty cool. That's what I like about these early Sterns. So I guess I could probably dry fit this ramp, and maybe I should be able to put in the corner plastics. I don't see any reason I can't do that. So my work here is not quite yet done, but what time is it? 5:18. I gotta get ready for soccer in 12 minutes, so I'll see what I can do in 10 minutes and then I will wrap this video up. Okay, it is 5:28. So I managed to pull off a couple things. I got this ramp dry fit, and then I got the corner plastics cleaned and installed. Check the bulbs. They are good to go, the flashers. I was thinking of LEDing them, but no, they're just clear dome, white domes. That would just blind me. So very rarely do I do LED flashers. So that's about as far as I'm gonna get tonight. Oh, and I put in this plastic too here for the slingshot, the top layer, but I don't know if I got it in the right order. It's just dry fit there for now, and I am missing a couple pieces of hardware, so I gotta figure out where that goes. But I'd say it's a pretty good dent for the evening, and that's where I'm gonna wrap up this video. I'll check all my photos before I come back to the reassembly, and just, you know, look at all my photos and see if there's anything that's like, oh yeah, that should have went there, or oh, I see I missed something, or, you know, that's out of order, or that's where that goes. So that's what I'm going to do. That's my strategy. Do my homework before I come back to the machine. But it's coming together, and you know, next video it should be playfield as assembled as I can possibly get it, and then I can kind of start working on flipper rebuild and whatever else I need. Definitely finding that this wire harness here getting a pain in the butt. Maybe that's what I gotta do, is tuck it down. When I put the playfield in, it kind of wants to this fin here wants to run into it, and it causes some drama when trying to put the playfield in place. So this is not my favorite, this whole arrangement here, and I'm now convinced that that is, oh look at that, see, it already friggin' screwed with one of my bulbs. So that wire harness is the culprit. So now I've got to deal with this guy. So throw that on the to-do list, remind me about that, and yeah, we'll see you guys on the next episode. They share the I, silly, not the C. But if you know, remove a couple letters, you got yourself a slick ick.